Hello everybody, I made these 4 videos in the same day. That was a bad song. Anyway, we're going to be talking about Reise, the 2004 Rammstein album. It's their 4th album. And I have extremely mixed feelings about this one, which is a weird contrast to the first 3 because I fucking just like... I absolutely love those first 3 albums. I would say that Herzeleid is the weakest of those 3, but it's still really enjoyable. Like, it's not like the kind of like, well, it's the worst one, but it's like, well, worst just means it's less good than the other 2. But that doesn't mean it's bad, and it's certainly not even close to bad. It's like really good and enjoyable music. I just think the other 2 are just like way better, generally speaking. This one, I dislike 5 whole tracks off of this CD. And 4 of them are right in a row, and that's where the CD ends. And then it's like, oh shit! Like I just had a massive like boner kill with the last 4 songs on this album. Where like, I'll go through the track list here. I usually don't do this like this, but I want to take you through the journey that I went through. So, I got the CD, and this was a new CD when I got it. Right, like when I started listening to Rammstein, there was only the first 3 albums, and then Reise came out after I started listening to Rammstein, so I was very excited about that. I put the disc in when I get home. I hear Reise, the first track, and I'm thinking, wow, that's awesome. Mind Tile kicks in. Holy shit, that's fucking super hardcore and intense. Dalai Lama, ooh, it's like creepy or like mysterious and spooky a little bit. Like something about the way he's delivering the chorus. It sounds very foreboding, to be very James Nguyen about the situation. Kinda Lust, which that's actually one of my best friends. I can't remember if it is his favorite Rammstein song or if it's just one of them, but I know it's up there for him. I think it's fine. It's not my favorite, but I think it's good. Then Los is the 5th track. I don't care for it. I've listened to it a few times throughout my life, but in general, I have just kind of ignored that one. I listened to it again, of course, to do this, but my opinion has not changed. I just don't really like it. I don't know. It's one of those kind of things where maybe if I spoke the language, I might be able to enjoy it more, because it's very minimal. And when a song is really minimal like that, if I'm not into the lyrics, I don't really have a lot else to, get into. So that might be part of what's hurting my enjoyment of that one. Is it's like I said, it's very minimal. But then we perked right back up because the next track is a very fun one, very catchy. America, right? Great song. I remember seeing the music video for that on like a Yahoo thing. It's like Yahoo Music Videos or something. So that's how old that was. But yeah, like that's a pretty awesome song. And then the follow-up song, the next song, Moscow, is really good. It's very catchy, and it's got like a really kind of awesome tone. Like musical tone. I'm not talking about the lyrics, of course. Excuse me. But Moscow is just like a really awesome fucking sounding song. And that is the last song that I enjoy on the album. Because then we have Morgenstern, which I just don't care for. Stein, which I just don't care for. Onedish, which I just don't care for. And then Amour, which I just don't care for. And it's so deflating when I try to listen to this whole album, because like I get up to Moscow and I'm like, okay, we had like one kind of dud with Los, but like mostly this has been pretty solid. And then it just kind of, sad PP kicks in, and I don't like the entire rest of the album. And those aren't short songs either. Those are like, Morgenstern is like basically 4 minutes. Stein, almost 4 minutes. It's like 8 seconds off. But then Onedish is like 4.5, and Amour is almost 5. And it's like, like I don't want to listen to any of those. So I usually, if I want to try and kind of listen to the album, I usually cut off all the rest of those songs at that point. And I'll like I said, I'll usually skip Los also. But yeah, it was kind of unfortunate, when I heard it for the first time, because at first I was like, this is great. They've done it again. And then, I get to those songs that I don't like, and it's like, oh, fuck. This is too much of the album that I'm not enjoying for this to be like a fucking instant classic, like the fucking first three were for me. Because the first three albums, I enjoyed them immediately. And throughout the years, I've consistently enjoyed them. And after listening to them for these videos, I still really enjoyed them. Like, nothing changed. They didn't get less enjoyable, or I didn't have to, like, let them get under my skin. It was just like, I liked them right away, and that's how it stayed. This album, I think I didn't used to like Kind of List as much, but it's kind of grown on me over the years. But, like, pretty much the way I feel about the rest of the songs that I do enjoy, it's always been the same. And then the songs I don't like, I consistently have never been able to like them. And I can't explain why. Like, I don't know how to describe what makes those songs less enjoyable. I think maybe some of it is because I don't find them as catchy or enjoyable, or, like, the pacing is just not fun or something. Right, there's got to be some identifiable characteristic, but I just don't like those songs. So yeah, I do remember getting this album. I do remember at first being very excited, and then eventually it was just like, well, I guess I just never listened to half of the album ever again. So, I don't know. That's where I sit with that one. I almost forgot to fucking do my top three. Okay, my top three. I forgot to write them down ahead of time, so I'll feel this one out. Just bear with me for a moment. So I think my number three track is going to be Reise. It's good. It is good. It's a good one. I don't really have anything honestly more specific to say about that. It's a solid song. My number two pick is going to be Moscow. Moscow's fun, especially with the female vocals kicking in. I like when like they did that on Angle, where they had female vocals. Zana, it was not really words, but there was female vocalizations on that song. It usually comes out pretty well when they do stuff like that. And I think Moscow is a really good example of it. My number one pick is going to be Mind Tile. Mind Tile is great. And, it sucks when you buy an album where you don't really like half of it, but I do take joy in the fact that the songs that I do like off of this album, I really do like them. So, it's a bummer, but it's like, you know what? That's okay. I got what I needed to get out of those songs, and, the other ones are duds for me, but it's okay. Because I've got three, like, almost perfect CDs. One of them I do consider perfect. Before that, I keep saying CDs, like, albums, sorry. Yeah, I've got three albums jam-packed with enjoyable shit. Like, this was, like, okay, it's okay that this one isn't, like, perfect all the way through. I mean, that would be impressive if they did 4 back-to-back that were perfect. But anyway, sorry. I feel like I've taken probably too much time talking about this one, maybe. But yeah, I just have very mixed feelings on it, and it is what it is. So that's it for this one. We're going to next time talk about their follow-up album, which came out much sooner, in 2005, and that's Rosenrot. Yeah, I'll see you guys in that video. So take care. Thank you for watching.